Every morning, 7-year-old Arav tied his shoes by the door, double knots and crooked bows, while he waited for his 10-year-old sister Mira to finish braiding her hair in front of the cracked mirror. She did it slowly, carefully, just like their mother used to. Their mother had been gone for a year now. The house still carried the soft scent of her rosewater perfume, tucked into the folds of old curtains and resting in the corners of drawers. It was a smell that made Arav's chest ache, though he didn't have the words for why. Since her passing, Mira had become so much more than a sister. She cooked what she could, packed both their lunches, and read to Arav at night even when her own eyes stung with sleep. Some nights, her voice trembled as she made up stories about magical forests or brave lions, but she never stopped. Arav missed their mother's voice the most, the way it floated through their home in song, soft and full of comfort. But he never said it out loud. He saw how Mira's shoulders stiffened when she thought he wasn't looking, how she blinked too fast when she touched their mother's things. So instead of talking about it, Arav made her laugh. He wore socks on his hands and pretended they were puppets. He stuffed a ruler into his belt and paraded around like their school principal, shouting, "Discipline!" in the deepest voice he could manage. Mira's laughter, when it came, was like sunlight through a cloudy window, rare but real. Then one evening, a storm rolled in. The skies darkened early, and wind howled against the window panes. They had just finished a quiet dinner when the power blinked and disappeared. The room went dark. Arav froze. He hated the dark. It made the world feel too big and uncertain. "Mira," he whispered. "I'm here," she said calmly. She lit a candle with hands that only shook a little and pulled Arav close beside her. The golden light flickered, throwing their shadows against the walls like tall, gentle ghosts. Then she reached for something tucked inside the wooden cabinet, a worn notebook with a faded pink cover, their mother's notebook. Inside were recipes, lists, little poems, and songs. Mira flipped through its pages until she found a familiar one, "Lullaby for My Stars." She looked down at the words and took a deep breath. Then she began to sing. "Close your eyes, my little light. The moon will guard you through the night." Her voice cracked halfway through, the memory too heavy to carry alone. Arav reached out, his small hand finding hers. He joined in, his voice shaky but determined. Together they sang, halting, off-key but full of love. "In stars above, in winds that roam, you'll never truly be alone." When the song ended, they sat in silence, the candle between them still glowing softly. The storm outside had calmed, its rage softened into a quiet drizzle. "I think Mom heard us," Arav whispered, eyes wide. Mira didn't speak for a moment. Then she smiled, wiping her cheek. "I think so too." They stayed there a while longer, just breathing in the warmth, the memory, the love that still lingered like rosewater in the air. Outside, the clouds parted, and the stars slowly blinked into view, soft, steady, and watching. And in that quiet night, under the hum of old lullabies and starlight, two small children weren't just surviving. They were a family, brave, broken, and beautiful, holding tightly to each other and the echo of the love that had never really left.